Imagine waking up as the most powerful man in the world. This was the reality for Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and a Roman emperor. Now take a moment, and let's delve into the life of this remarkable figure. Born in the year 121, Marcus Aurelius ascended to become the emperor of Rome, the most powerful city of its time, at the ripe age of 40. But what set him apart was not just his imperial title, but his unwavering commitment to Stoic philosophy. Stoicism, a school of philosophy founded in Athens, stresses the development of self-control and fortitude as a means to overcome destructive emotions. Marcus Aurelius was a devoted practitioner. Despite being the ruler of the known world, he didn't let power or wealth cloud his judgment or dictate his life. In the midst of political turmoil, military threats and personal tragedies, he found solace in the Stoic teachings. He used them as a compass, guiding him through the complexities of his life, helping him maintain a balanced and focused mind. He was a man who, despite having everything, understood the importance of simplicity, humility, and inner peace. He wrote his thoughts and reflections in a personal journal not intended for anyone else's eyes. Yet these writings, now known as meditations, serve as one of the most significant sources of understanding Stoic philosophy. They reveal a man who, in the face of absolute power, chose to lead a life of virtue, wisdom, and emotional resilience. Marcus Aurelius's life is a testament to the transformative power of Stoicism. His practices allowed him to rule with fairness, endure hardships with grace, and face mortality with courage. And while we may not wake up as emperors, we can certainly adopt some of these Stoic practices in our lives. Despite his power and wealth, Marcus Aurelius relied on Stoic practices to navigate his life, and we can learn a thing or two from him. Marcus Aurelius began his day with reflection, contemplating the challenges he might face. Just as the sun rises, casting its first light on the world, so should we shine a light on the day ahead through reflection. This practice, a cornerstone of Stoicism, has stood the test of centuries and remains a potent tool for modern living. Imagine setting out on a journey without a map, without a compass, without any idea of your destination. That's how most of us start our day, aimless and unprepared. But not the Stoics. They saw the value in reflection, in contemplating the day ahead, in mentally preparing for whatever might come their way. Morning reflection is like a mental rehearsal, a walkthrough of the day's potential challenges and opportunities. It's about envisioning the tasks, the conversations, the situations that might arise, and thinking about how best to approach them. But this practice isn't just about problem solving or strategizing, it's about maintaining a calm and balanced mind. It's about grounding yourself in the present moment, finding peace within yourself before you step out into the world. It's about starting the day with a clear head and a tranquil heart. As we reflect, we also remind ourselves of our values, our principles, our goals. We recommit to living our best lives, to being our best selves. We set our intentions for the day, establishing a mental blueprint that guides our actions and decisions. And remember, this practice isn't about predicting the future or worrying about what might go wrong. It's about preparation and perspective. It's about equipping ourselves with the mental resilience to face whatever comes our way, to navigate the ups and downs with grace and composure. So as you wake up tomorrow, take a moment to reflect. Think about the day ahead. Consider the challenges you might face, the opportunities you might encounter, and ask yourself, how can I best navigate this day? How can I stay true to my values, maintain my balance, and live my best life? Reflection is a powerful tool, preparing us for the day's challenges and keeping our minds tranquil. So let's harness this tool, let's start our day with reflection, and let's transform our mornings from ordinary to extraordinary. Our second Stoic practice is gratitude journaling, a habit that can transform your perspective. As the dawn breaks and the world around us wakes, it's easy to get caught up in the rush of the day, the worries and stresses that life throws at us. But what if we took a moment, just a brief pause, to reflect on the good around us? This is where gratitude journaling steps in. It's a simple practice, really. All it requires is a pen, a journal, and a few quiet moments of your morning. The aim? To put down in words what you're grateful for. But why gratitude? Well, gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It's about recognizing the positive aspects of your life, those elements that bring joy, peace, and happiness. It's about acknowledging the good, no matter how small or mundane it may seem. Now you might be thinking, but my life isn't perfect. I have problems and challenges. How can I be grateful? Well, that's the beauty of gratitude journaling. It doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for perspective. Imagine a scale, with positive aspects on one side and negative on the other. Often we let the negative aspects weigh us down. They seem heavier, more significant. But when we practice gratitude journaling, we're tipping the scales in the other direction. We're focusing on the positive, giving it more weight, more significance. And slowly we start to see that our lives are filled with moments of joy, triumphs, and blessings that we often overlook. You can start your gratitude journaling journey with just 3 things you're grateful for each morning. It could be as simple as a hot cup of coffee, a loved one's smile, or even the opportunity to face a new day. Write them down, reflect on them, and let them fill your heart with gratitude. The more you practice, the more you'll find to be grateful for. You'll start to see your life through a lens of gratitude, and it's a beautiful sight. The problems and challenges won't disappear, but they will seem less daunting because you're focusing on what's right instead of what's wrong. This practice isn't just about feeling good for a moment, it's about cultivating a habit, a mindset of gratitude. It's about training your mind to seek the good, to appreciate the present, and to face the day with positivity. And the best part, the benefits of gratitude journaling extend beyond your morning routine. They seep into your day, your week, your life, creating a ripple effect of positivity. By practicing gratitude journaling, we can shift our focus from what's wrong to what's right in our lives. So, as you wake up each morning, before the world rushes in, take a moment to write, to reflect, and to be grateful. You'll be surprised at how this simple practice can transform your perspective and infuse your day with positivity. Remember, it's not happiness that brings us gratitude. It's gratitude that brings us happiness. Our third Stoic practice is meditative walks, a practice that promotes clear thinking. This practice is a simple yet powerful tool in the Stoics' arsenal. It's about taking a step back, both literally and figuratively, from the hustle and bustle of daily life. Meditative walks, as the name suggests, combine the physical act of walking with the mental process of meditation. So what is a meditative walk exactly? It's a walk taken with intention, with an aim to clear the mind and enter a state of mindfulness. It's not about getting from point A to point B, rather it's about the journey itself. It's about feeling the ground beneath your feet, hearing the sounds around you, and truly being present in the moment. But why take meditative walks? What benefits do they offer? Firstly, meditative walks are a fantastic way to clear the mind. The rhythmic motion of walking, the act of placing one foot in front of the other, can help to create a sense of calm and tranquility. It's like hitting the reset button on your mind, allowing you to start fresh. Secondly, these walks can promote creativity. Have you ever noticed how ideas seem to flow when you're out for a walk? That's no coincidence. The act of walking stimulates the brain, encouraging the generation of new ideas and solutions. It's no wonder that many of the world's greatest thinkers were known to be avid walkers. Thirdly, meditative walks can help to reduce stress. It's well documented that physical activity can help to alleviate feelings of stress and anxiety. But the combination of walking and meditation takes this one step further. By focusing on the present moment, you're able to let go of worries about the past or the future. This can lead to a significant reduction in stress levels. Now you might be wondering, how can I incorporate meditative walks into my morning routine? The good news is, it's fairly simple. Try to set aside at least 15 minutes each morning for your walk. It doesn't have to be in a particular location or at a certain pace. The key is to walk intentionally, to pay attention to your surroundings, and to focus on the act of walking itself. Remember, it's not about covering a certain distance or achieving a particular speed. It's about being mindful, about truly being present in the moment. It might take a bit of practice, especially if you're not used to walking in this way, but the results are well worth it. Meditative walks offer us a chance to clear our minds and rejuvenate our spirits. It's a practice that's as beneficial for the mind as it is for the body, a true embodiment of the Stoic principle of living in accordance with nature. So why not give it a try? You might just find that it transforms your mornings in ways you never imagined. Our fourth Stoic practice is mindful eating, a practice that promotes a healthy relationship with food. Mindful eating is a practice rooted in the philosophy of being present in the moment, a concept that aligns beautifully with Stoicism. It's about slowing down, paying attention to the sensory experiences of eating, and truly savoring each bite. By doing so, we cultivate a deeper appreciation for the nourishment that food provides, and we become more attuned to our body's hunger and fullness cues. You see, in our fast-paced world, it's all too easy to eat on the go, in front of the TV or while scrolling through our phones. But when we eat mindlessly, we're not just missing out on the pleasure of tasting our food. We're also more likely to overeat, as it takes around 20 minutes for our brain to register that we're full. When we eat quickly and without thought, we often consume more than we need before that signal kicks in. Mindful eating flips this on its head. It encourages us to slow down, to chew thoroughly, to savor the flavors, textures, and aromas of our food. It's about appreciating the colors on our plate, the warmth of a freshly cooked meal, the crunch of a crisp apple. It's about enjoying the process of eating rather than simply seeing it as a means to an end. This practice doesn't just promote healthier eating habits, it also increases our enjoyment of food. When we take the time to truly taste and appreciate our meals, we derive more satisfaction from them. We begin to see eating not just as a necessity but as a joyful sensory experience. And in line with the Stoic philosophy, mindful eating teaches us to be present, to focus on what we're doing in the moment, rather than being distracted by thoughts of the past or future. It reminds us that eating is a privilege, a daily opportunity to nourish our bodies and our minds. Mindful eating helps us enjoy our meals more and promotes a healthier relationship with food. Our final Stoic practice is mental detachment, a practice that can free us from the shackles of unnecessary worry. This statement may seem a bit puzzling at first, but let's dive into it to truly understand its significance. Mental detachment, in essence, is the ability to disconnect from thoughts, feelings, or experiences that may not serve our well-being. It's the art of letting go, of freeing ourselves from the tyranny of overthinking, of breaking away from the stressful cycle of worry and fear. It's about not letting our minds be held hostage by things beyond our control. But how does this help in reducing stress? Well, when we mentally detach, we create a buffer between ourselves and our stressors. We stop feeding the stress with our attention. We stop amplifying it with our thoughts. We stop letting it manipulate our emotions. We step back, we let go, and we allow ourselves to breathe. And what happens when we reduce stress? Our mental health improves. We feel lighter, happier, more at peace. We start to see life not as a battleground but as a playground. We start to see problems not as insurmountable obstacles but as challenges to be overcome. We start to see ourselves not as victims of circumstance but as masters of our own destiny. Furthermore, mental detachment can increase our focus. When we're not constantly being pulled in 100 different directions by our thoughts, we can focus on what truly matters. We can give our undivided attention to the task at hand. We can immerse ourselves in the present moment. We can live fully, deeply, authentically. So, how do we practice mental detachment? It starts with awareness. It starts with recognizing when we're getting caught up in our thoughts, when we're letting our worries take over, when we're losing touch with the present moment. And then, it's about consciously choosing to let go, to step back, to return to the here and now. Mental detachment can free us from unnecessary worry, leading to a more focused and tranquil mind. So, as we embark on our day, let's remember to practice mental detachment. Let's remember to free ourselves from the shackles of worry. Let's remember to live in the present, to focus on the task at hand, to enjoy the journey. Because that's what being a Stoic is all about. From Emperor Marcus Aurelius to our everyday lives, these Stoic practices can transform our mornings. Let's recap. First, we have the practice of reflection, taking a moment to consider the day ahead, to ponder our actions and intentions. Then there's gratitude journaling, where we write down what we're thankful for, helping us cultivate a positive mindset. The third practice is the meditative walk, a chance to connect with nature and find peace in the world around us. This is followed by mindful eating, taking the time to truly savor each bite, leading to a more satisfying and mindful experience. Finally, we have mental detachment, a practice of stepping back from our thoughts, observing them without judgment. These practices, employed by Stoics like Emperor Aurelius, can bring tranquility to our mornings, setting the tone for the rest of our day. By incorporating these Stoic practices into our mornings, we can navigate our days with a calm mind and a focused spirit.